Howdy! PSD and its shows are mostly supported by you guys. If you like what we do, make sure to rate the podcast wherever you listen, subscribe if you haven't, share your favorite moments and episodes with friends, and check out our Patreon if you want to give us some financial support, as well as getting a little something in return. All that stuff helps like you wouldn't believe. Thanks so much for everything, and we hope you enjoyed this episode of Pondering Spooky Tapes.
In the deepest and darkest of woods, where not even the light of the moon can penetrate, two vile creatures indulge in dark delights and have conquered their comrades into capitulation. Now they wander these lands watching scary cinema, and there's a good chance you're next. Mandalore and Billy invite you to ponder some spooky tapes. Leprechaun 5, we're here in the hood. We're down and nasty and we know what's good. Hello to all, even Patreon backers. We're ready to movie your favorite crackers.
Leprechaun in the Hood, the hip-hop horror comedy classic. I don't know about classic.
I don't know.
I wrote down classic, but then I thought about it for like one more second and I realized I don't think it's a classic. I think
it's a classic in my book.
More like Vlasic, because this movie puts us in a bit of a pickle, you know what I mean?
Ooh, that's so true.
Dude, pickles are green. You know what else is green? The leprechaun.
Is he?
Yeah.
He seems a little green man.
Well, he's like brown.
He wears green though, so he gets to be a little green man.
A little bit green man.
Like a gray alien, which is also strange.
Like a little gray alien, except if instead of gray, he was green, and instead of an alien, he was a man.
If you took the Leprechaun movie and you just literally replaced the leprechaun with a little gray alien, would it be better or worse?
Worse. Because Warwick Davis is like the soul of these movies.
You keep Warwick Davis, though, and you just put him in a little gray alien costume.
Still works.
Kind of cool.
There's something so goofy about it being a leprechaun specifically.
You're missing the limericks.
Okay, but what if he has a beam attack?
Still works.
He already has a beam attack.
No, he has a hole in your chest attack.
He has a cast explosion in chest.
No, he has electricity powers where he shoots a beam at you with electricity.
Was that in 4?
At the beginning of the movie. And
you're right.
Yeah, it's a green beam. He has a green beam power.
Green.
Leprechaun in the Hood, starring Warwick Davis, who is the soul of the series, and Ice-T, who is the soul of
Law and Order. Is he on? No, it's not NCIS.
Yeah, I was. What was it? Law and Order?
It's either Law and Order or the other one. I think it's Law and Order.
Who the fuck cares?
I do.
Ice-T probably cares.
Ice-T cares immensely.
He does. He does.
He loves horror movies. His favorite is Martyr, which is fucking insane to me because that's an extremist gore movie from France. Also based? I think everybody has seen this movie at least once except Julian, right?
Well, I can confidently say that I've seen it once now.
But before,
indeed,
before now.
Yes, 'tis so.
Last time I watched it might be like 5 years ago. I thought I remembered this movie, then I watched this movie and I realized how the pacing is insane.
Where do you begin with this fucking thing, man?
Both more and less happened than I remembered.
This movie flies. It does not. It flies, but like
it did not feel like an hour and a half.
It flies like a broken fucking wing. It felt a bit shorter than that to me.
I think including credits, it just barely hits that 90-minute mark.
It's just such a quick pace. Shit is just happening.
It feels like a few scenes that were required for pacing are just not there.
Yeah.
This movie moves a bit too fast at times, I dare say, because it really does feel like we are just jumping from place to place, from plot to plot. It's fucking insane.
More like, that's what I was going to say. It's more like plot point to plot point because, dude, holy shit, what even happens in this movie?
Green means mean.
3 funny fellows want to hit it big with the rap game.
But they don't want to do gangsta rap because it doesn't have any positivity.
2 of them don't really mind, but one guy, the front man, the main guy.
There's the touch the thing boy, the
Postman
positive
Pete.
boy, and the
Postman
evil
Pete.
boy.
touch things, boy.
There's your trio.
The three genders.
The three gentlemen.
the three gentlemen.
The three gentlemen of Leprechaun.
Sure.
Okay, I know we're gonna probably talk about like the three main characters, but like I just want to make quick mention at the beginning of the movie where the Leprechaun is unearthed by Ice-T so that Ice-T can gain his powers.
The 70s reveal is amazing.
I can't fucking believe how they look. They're in the goddamn catacombs and they look like they're rolling up on a disco. This movie knows exactly what it is.
And Ice-T pulls a tiny baseball bat out of his afro, and I'm sold.
He keeps taking shit out of his afro, and it's fucking awesome.
This movie has like 7 different Looney Tunes bits or like Scooby-Doo gags just littered throughout. But they're just sparse enough to catch you off guard every time.
Some might say they might be too sparse. I think they're too sparse. I think that they should have gone a bit more Looney Tune. A tiny bit more, a smidge more.
I like it like this.
The one advantage is that you don't see the Scooby-Doo bits coming. They just happen every once in a while.
Yeah, you're never ready for them. They stand out more because they're fucking because it's insane. This is not what you would expect from it. Again, this is what I meant.
I get that, but it's more about the tone of the movie being so weird. They have scenes that are genuine and super, super sad, mixed with like the most Looney Tune shit you've ever seen. And I don't know if it works as well as it does with like Evil Dead. I guess that's the only Looney Tunes horror movie I can think of.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like you might be overselling the heartfelt scenes a bit. Like they're good and they're competent, but there's nothing to write home about, man. At the end of the day, the bits that make this stick out for me are the lengths they are willing to go to make the dumbest shit happen every chance they get, which is a remarkably small amount of times, but it's just the commitment is what gets me. The really long scene that ends with Ice-T sharing a blunt with a leprechaun.
Dude, I was just about to say
crazy.
A friend with weed is a friend indeed.
A friend with weed is a friend indeed. But a friend with gold is the best, I'm told.
I said that shit as a joke while we were watching because I didn't think they would make that happen.
But it did.
Of course they would. That's the thing, right? The thing is, this is the 5th movie in the Leprechaun series.
I didn't fucking know that.
Shit. Dude, we already jumped the shark by then.
We already went to space. Where do you go after space?
The Hood, apparently.
The Hood.
So everybody get ready, because the next fucking Friday, when they're going to reboot Friday the 13th, they're going straight to the Hood, but like from the 2000s.
That would be the funniest shit if they did that.
That would be
a fucking period piece.
All right. So there's horror movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sequel. The 3rd movie always gets a little bit weird. The 4th one almost always goes to space. Now we have the 5th one goes to the Hood. Where do you go after you go to the Hood?
Back to the Hood, right?
Where do you go after you go?
Well, technically you go back to the Hood, but the thing is...
By John Carpenter.
Wow.
Michael Myers in the Hood.
Okay, but where do you go after going to the Hood?
We're not in white suburbia anymore.
What's crazier than space and the Hood?
A shanty town on Mars.
Yeah, what's crazier than the Hood?
Oh my God. Leprechaun at an esports convention.
I feel like it would be Leprechaun Through Time. Isn't that what didn't oh wait, no, because that was the 3rd movie of Hellraiser movie, right?
That was the 4th one where they did multiple
4th
periods.
one?
I would kill to see the Leprechaun go back to the Stone Age, telling limericks and killing cavemen. They don't understand English.
Before like leprechauns are a concept, he's murdering cavemen.
No, before anyone knows how to speak words.
Oh my God! You can start Leprechaun in the Stone Age at Stonehenge, and then it goes back in time, and it
Leprechaun
turns it's the Leprechaun's
Origins.
house.
Oh,
They
that
already have
already
that.
exists.
Actually, it has Hornswoggle in it.
Oh my fucking God!
Leprechaun is Leprechaun Origins the one that's made by WWE?
That's the WWE
Pictures?
movie. Yeah.
Right.
Wait, no, dude.
No, Julian. Not only is that real, it's one of the worst fucking movies I've ever goddamn seen.
Believe that.
Like it is so, dude. It is so boring. Have you guys seen it?
How do you make that boring?
I just know that Hornswoggle is in it. So
How okay, genuinely, how the fuck
It doesn't
is that?
follow the original series. It's like a reboot where Leprechaun is like he looks like a weird
He looks so perfect,
Nosferatu.
though. He looks so perfect. Why would you redesign that guy?
Let me show you what he looks like in the reboot. 'Cause
Ew.
this is Leprechaun Origins. He looks so fucking bad.
It's scary.
It's not.
You made him scary.
It is wild though, because the 2018 The Eighth Leprechaun is a direct sequel to the first one.
Yeah, and they have Warwick Davis, and he looks great. I mean, he looks grosser.
Warwick
but he
Davis
looks
isn't in
great.
the 2018 one. That's Lyndon Porco. I looked it up.
What?
It's a new
Why would
Leprechaun.
you?
What else have they done?
That it's Lyndon Porco, who was a body double in Little Man.
Oh,
fuck's
you know what?
sake.
It's in good hands, actually.
God,
I
it's
think
in good hands.
It's in good
But
hands.
Warwick Davis is so good. Why would you do that?
Well, Warwick Davis elected not to return. They asked him.
Oh,
So I'm figuring out for Leprechaun Returns. They asked Warwick Davis, and he was like, "No, thank you."
Why. I know why. It's because he was doing the fucking TV series for Willow, wasn't he?
That would have been too early for that.
Too early,
That was
that's
like
2018.
6 years ago. That'd be he's filming Willow like 7 years ago.
You're trying to give him an out, and when in reality, it sounds like he just heard what the project was and was just
He's like,
I don't
"No,
think I
I'm not
wanna-
doing this
no,
again. No."
I think I'm good.
I like to think that he's super down for it. I like to think he fucking loves it. He loves Leprechaun.
Honestly, I think it's funnier to imagine that the guy who did 2 separate movies of Leprechaun in the Hood still has a limit, and apparently it's WWE.
You know, actually, what is likely why he's not in the Leprechaun Returns is because he had way better jobs between 2017 and 2019. He was in Star Wars. 2 Star Wars movies.
okay.
Oh, right. He was in Solo.
I see.
That's
Yeah.
right.
He also voices a bunch of characters in Star Wars.
He was in every modern Star Wars
He
movie.
was. I
He was in
just
The Force
saw that.
Awakens and Solo and Rogue One and The Last Jedi.
It's because Disney started hiring the shit out of him because I saw he's also in Maleficent, the live action
Oh, I
movie.
didn't know that.
Which I mean,
Never saw it.
you know, whatever. I haven't
Sure.
seen it either. Apparently, it's better than Rise of Skywalker. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's not a high bar.
Oh, we're really setting the
he
bar
plays-
high, huh?
He plays Sniff and Moomin, the Moomin reboot in
Cool.
English. That's cool. Fuck
Oh
you.
my
People
God.
love
He
Moomin.
plays that Ewok in Return of the Jedi. When he's like
4 characters in Solo.
4. I thought he just played himself when he showed up.
I think he does creature acting now.
Oh, I mean, he's done that since Ewok.
He's also a bunch of robots in Solo. He's 3 different robots in Solo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's WG-22 and DDBD and W1EG5.
my favorites.
Salacious B. Crumb.
Did he play? No, Salacious B.
No,
Crumb
he
was pure
was,
puppet.
that was a puppet.
That was pure puppet.
Wait a minute. Hey, you. What
Oh, I
the
didn't
hell are
even
you
know.
doing?
He played Yoda. He played Yoda in Phantom Menace.
Did he?
Yeah, he played Yoda in Phantom Menace, and then I think he did body acting for Yoda in Phantom Menace, and then went right to do Leprechaun Back to the Hood. Or Leprechaun
Oh, that's
in the
right.
Hood.
Because the re-releases of Phantom Menace, he's CGI instead of Warwick Davis.
Well, shit.
Because he kept arguing with George Lucas, and so they said, "Fuck it, make him just do a CGI thing for the next 3 movies."
Cool.
Yeah, because
Wild.
they had arguments like, yeah, it's like, so fuck him. So you know what? Make him CGI because Warwick Davis keeps saying he wants Yoda to be white, and I don't want that.
We don't
Fuck you.
want
What? No.
White
no.
Yoda.
What are you talking about right now?
Warwick Davis wanted to change where Yoda would be white, and George Lucas wanted him to be green, and they fought really,
You are
really
making
violently
shit
about
up
it.
right now, and you were just making up bullshit, and you almost had me. I was so close to believing
there already was a Phantom Menace puppet. They changed it. You can only get the CGI version now.
Oh no, I'm sure there was a puppet version. I just don't
no.
think that the deal breaker was that Yoda is white.
No, Warwick Davis wanted him to be white.
No, he.
I don't believe you. I do not fucking believe you.
He thought like he'd get greener as he got older. Like, oh, because
Yeah,
he's
white Yoda.
like a younger
Oh my
Yoda, so have him be
fucking
white, and he
God.
gets green as he ages.
yeah, White Yoda.
You can-
Julian, it's White Yoda.
This isn't real. This can't be real.
It's White Yoda.
It's White Yoda.
He was gonna get greener as the movies went on, but he wanted him to be white.
Yeah, look it up.
Like he's
Look it
so
up.
old, he's like green and rotting by the time it's Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, just go on Google White Yoda right now.
I don't know.
He might have been having flashbacks to Leprechaun when they called him a little green man. And he probably just didn't want to be a little green man again.
He's like, I don't want to be a little green man, and then he had to go back to Leprechaun to be able to pay his fucking alimony.
Yeah.
I know that we're gaslighting Julian, but I typed in white Yoda.
Yeah, you can
and
see the concepts.
Wait, no, it's a weed strain
Yeah, it
called
is.
White Yoda.
It is. Yeah, I knew this. Why do you think there is literally? That's my first Twitch emote is White Yoda.
I know. That's why I knew it was a gaslight. I just didn't know it was a weed
I just
strain.
thought you knew the Warwick Davis story.
It isn't working, Mandy. It isn't working. You can't.
All we're doing is destroying Julian atom by atom.
I'm pretty sure he's. Yeah, you can listen to him. He's depressed.
We gotta try White Yoda at the wedding.
Yeah, let's all. I'm gonna have a big bowl of White Yoda at my wedding, and you can just fucking suck on it and get high.
In one bowl, there's gonna be 2 bowls of weed. One of them with White Yoda, the other one full of purple flurp.
We're not even talking yet. We're not even
Is there actually? Is there something that is for purple flurp now? I've heard of purple drink. There's not a fucking purple flurp.
There is a purple flurp weed strain, actually.
Is it like the Jimmy Neutron?
If that shit is
Yeah,
not
no,
purple, I don't want
it's actually. So the thing about this actually is it's a strain of weed that's supposed to help with your hair because it helps with the sheen.
Fuck you.
Hey, Brendan, shut the fuck up.
That's so fucking stupid.
This isn't even dude. We've not in like 20 minutes, in like 15 minutes, we have not
I
even
count?
talked.
Green Gets Mean. Leprechaun in the Hood.
Yeah, this is hood talk.
Is a movie. It's
This is hood talk. White Yoda's hood talk.
Elon speaks street.
Fuck you. Leprechaun.
He goes to the hood.
What
There's some rhyming. There's some violence.
What the fuck do you say about this?
Coolio is there.
Coolio
He sure
is there.
And he has zero
Coolio,
lines.
is that Coolio? And then he is Coolio.
He's just there in the church. And why is he in like the church? Right?
Because
Are you criticizing Coolio for praising our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
absolutely.
You know, it could be a
Hey.
weird tie into Dracula 3000.
Let me explain. Does Coolio have a song called "The Paradise of the Lord"? No, he has a song called "Gangsta's Paradise." Where is Jesus's paradise?
well, he's in.
Didn't they at some point say in the middle of that? You know what? Maybe that was just one of you guys. I remember someone at some point while I was watching that scene saying something about how the song they put down fucking way better than Gangster's Paradise.
I did not say that.
Someone
one of
said
the-
that
I
shit.
think Brendan said that.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
That was in the movie. One of the guys said that. I think that was Positivity Pete.
No.
Way better than
One of you, I remember that too. One of you said that. It was either Billy or Brendan. Like, wow, this is way better than Gangster's Paradise.
Someone at some I can't
wait,
fucking
I
remember.
said
Billy.
that.
Nobody said that.
No, I
before
said
this
that.
recording,
You're right. I
basically-
said that.
Oh,
No, you're
Billy
right.
said that.
I said that. You're
I knew
right.
somebody said it during the scene.
Remember when they trapped the leprechaun in the big metal box?
Yeah,
But they
I mean-
reused that one of the cuts from that scene earlier. Whenever
Yeah,
one
the
of the main
car.
characters.
Yeah.
His
I don't
SO.
think so. No, it was earlier. That was earlier.
It was so weird. It was like they were implying that he was just hiding out inside the trunk with warm color grading for some reason.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I think that's what they thought. I mean, this movie doesn't have a giant budget.
But a lot of the kills are so censored. It's like nothing.
Yeah.
He could have been like in the middle of the alley or something. Like that's not even an excuse. I don't know what the fuck that's about. Like why he would be in the trunk.
Oh, when the guy was kissing the goblin lady.
Yeah, Jackie
D
D.
was kissing Jackie C, and then
Yeah, because Jackie C is his wife.
I think he was in the void. He was in the void where which all leprechauns stay when dastardly magics are being worked.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Right. Yeah.
No, don't say right.
No, Mandy knows. Mandy, listen. No, it's a known leprechaun fact, actually.
Oh, right.
If leprechauns are using magics that transmutate their properties, they stay in the void of leprechaunitude.
Yeah.
You understand this greatly.
I heard they make kind of mid-breakfast cereal.
Sometimes they make cookies.
Fuck
Do
you,
they?
Lucky Charms.
Billy, next you're going to tell me that you don't know about the golden necklace that when adorned by any goblin turns them to stone until which it is removed.
No, actually, I knew that. I knew that because of Leprechaun 3.
Totally knew about that.
That was established in the first movie.
No, Leprechaun 3.
Was it?
Next
Yeah.
you're going to
Yeah,
tell me that whenever the leprechaun take a big smoke out of the four-leaf clover, he go to sleep.
How did they get him in the first movie then? Did they just murder him? They
I
might
think they blow him up
Or
and
they
then he
blew him
laughs
up.
at the end. Do they well him? in the first
well
movie.
him.
Right.
They throw him down a well and like they like close the well, and then he escapes in the second movie. Second movie is so boring. I don't remember anything from it.
So tame.
And then Leprechaun 3 happens, and it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite bad horror movies because they learn how to defeat the Leprechaun from like an edutainment fucking CD-ROM.
Yeah, that's the real.
No, that's real. They like it's like one of those like for kids encyclopedias from like the 2000s. And then they click through and they're like, leprechauns don't like 4-leaf clovers.
No, absolutely not. Fuck you.
No, this is real. And at one point it says, if you get bitten by a leprechaun, you'll turn into a leprechaun. And that's the
Fuck
entire...
off.
Oh, you're right.
No,
it does do
it's-
the leprechaun
yes.
turn into the leprechaun thing because
Yes,
the character
yeah.
just slowly starts to leprechauниze.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like the Arkham Joker virus.
It's just like Disney's Luck of the Irish.
This is
No,
real.
dude,
This is
no.
Leprechaun
This
3.
is 100% real. Actually, Leprechaun 3 does have a leprechaun transformation scene.
They established this kind of shit in the second movie when they had that scene where that dude hammers that big sign in front of his like diner or whatever that says no pets are Irish.
That's right.
oh my.
What the fuck do you
Wow.
remember too? It's so boring.
It's the one scene I remember from 2. That's literally it. I can't remember anything else from 2.
If you described this movie to me before I watched it, I would have thought you were
Leprechaun 3 or In the Hood?
either one.
Any Leprechaun
If you described
movie.
any of what I just fucking watched before showing it to me, I would have thought you were gaslighting me. I did.
No,
like,
these are
I
real.
know. I can
Yeah.
believe that there's a movie called Leprechaun in the Hood. Like that's believable.
And he goes back to the hood.
Yeah, I can
does.
believe that too. But like a blunt rotation with Ice-T is not something that you could have convinced me was going to happen.
Ice-T is in so much crap. You can't. I'm sorry, but the man's been in so much garbage.
Yeah, I know, but like this specifically, the shit that happens in this movie feels like something that you would make up to fuck with me.
Why would I lie to you and make things up? When have I ever done that?
That's true, actually. Sorry, I don't like. To
I never
slander my
lie.
friends.
That's true. I've never lied to you. I the only things I tell you are real things because then you think they're false and then you realize they're real and it's
All
awful.
of us here together, we are all trustworthy. None of us have ever lied to one another for any reason.
Oh, I've lied a lot.
It has never
no,
been so.
Brendan's like a weird liar guy.
Brendan
Yeah,
doesn't
absolutely,
count because
100%.
you
I'm
know,
not human. I don't count.
He works by a different. I judge him differently.
I judge
he
him-
operates
I
on a
judge
different
him
scale.
worse.
Did Ice-T come back in Back to the Hood? I don't remember.
No.
I don't think I've seen
Back
That's
to the
so
Hood
fucking
is
sad.
really fucking boring.
I read on Kotaku that it's better than Civ 5 with the Brave New World expansion pack.
Thank you, Ice-T.
Nice.
They blew up his fucking chest, dude. He can't come back.
True.
When I moved out of my parents' place for the first time, me and my roommate, the first thing we did was I bought the collection, or he bought the collection of Leprechaun movies, and we watched all of them while we were really drunk in one night.
Oh god.
It was one of the worst things we've ever done, and I fell asleep at Leprechaun Back to the Hood, woke up for Origins, fell back asleep for in the middle of Origins, and then I don't know what happened after that.
I made up Leprechaun Origins because I thought that was too stupid. You're telling me it's actually called that?
No, yeah, it is called that.
No, it's called that, but it's not what you think. It's like a reboot. It's not actually the origins of the Leprechaun.
And it's got Hornswoggle, who is a wrestler who had a leprechaun gimmick in WWE.
He had a Leprechaun gimmick?
His whole so there was a wrestler called Finlay, and Hornswoggle was like his son who he was a short guy who dressed up in a leprechaun outfit and he'd hide under the ring and bite people.
That's pretty good.
Which they did a storyline later with him.
I'm sorry.
They did a
I'm sorry.
storyline later
Hold
with
on.
him.
What?
I'm not done. They did a storyline later with him where he was supposed to be Vincent Kennedy McMahon's illegitimate son because the guy who was slated to be Vince McMahon's illegitimate son got busted on weed. So they had to like pivot and end the storyline. So they had Hornswoggle be his son, and then he wasn't really his son, and then he got driven into the mat, and then he went and filmed Leprechaun Origins, and that's Hornswoggle.
The best part about this is
okay.
Brendan got me into fucking wrestling. This is probably true.
This is absolutely true.
Plus,
have you heard
actually,
about how Brendan talks about WWE? This is
another Hornswoggle
certifiably
moment.
true.
Another Hornswoggle moment that I think about before we move back on and back into the Hood. Hornswoggle.
Before we
move back into the hood, let me just say I want to drop some more Hornswoggle knowledge. There was a bit for a while where WWE Raw was hosted by an anonymous general manager and it's really shitty like laptop. It was like this full long storyline. I think it was like a year or so where any major moments were from this laptop and a computerized voice was issuing them. Fucking horrible. The way they ended this bit, because it was so awful, was they had somebody pull Hornswoggle out from under the ring and he was on the laptop and he was the guy giving the directions and orders, and they just threw him around a bit, and then they just ended it.
It was all your work.
It was all him, Hornswoggle.
So what you're saying is that they decided that they knew that it was so poorly received that they decided to assign it to an in-universe character to explain why it sucked.
They basically were like, we don't know where to go with this. The laptop is giving orders. Let's just have. I'm assuming the pitch meeting was something like, let's just have Hornswoggle be under the ring and we'll just end this. We just got to get rid of this. People don't like it.
Okay,
fair.
But yes, back to the hood we go.
Back to the hood we go. Do we have a wait? Give us a limerick. Back to the hood we go to find all of our hoes.
Back to the hood we go. We're here worse than Dracula Flow.
Oh.
fuck you.
Me when I grab my bong, I go hose. Pretty all right. I could do better if I written something.
Fucking
I wrote
yikes,
something. That's kind of like how I felt about the church rap.
Jesus loves me, this I know. If he don't, I find a hoe. His mama's name was Mary Jo. His disciples was some bad mofos.
The music in general, that Mr. Postmaster, dude, we haven't even talked about Postmaster P with a positive message because he delivers.
He's positive P.
That positive message is completely fucking beaten out of him by the movie's end.
I mean, I
beaten out of
think
him
that's
pretty
the
early.
point. That's the point. The point is that it's nothing but a business hood business. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Really?
That's what they said.
Business hood.
A business hood.
That's
If
what
you
it
ain't
says.
rolling up in a fucking suit and tie, then you're gonna get eaten alive out there.
White people discussing this movie is insane, dude. They be talking about the business hood.
A business hood.
See, I don't even know what to say about any of the fucking musical angle of
Oh
this.
no, this isn't a bad. This is a business hood. We're developing artists. Here.
Never mind. I know how to speak the.
I know how to speak to the youth. I'm like that. I'm literally that, like the one character that shows up, the one white character that is like,
God.
Oh, right. The youth are down with you. Who looked like he sounded like Colonel Sanders in the big furry coat.
In the pimp coat.
and he's like, I am down with
The
it.
youth will be down with what
Oh
you're
my god,
putting
you're
out.
right. They literally
Yeah.
put this fucking guy in the movie.
He had to be a producer or something.
Yeah.
He had to be someone on staff.
Whenever you're watching any horror movie that's in the hood because it's a trope for some reason, there's always the one cracker.
It reminded me of the performance in Little Shop of Horrors. I forget there's the fucking guy who approaches
What?
Seymour and he's just you know, I don't even
I've
remember what I'm
never
fucking
actually
talking
seen
about.
that movie, like the 80s
You've
version.
not?
I've only seen the original version.
I will
from
fucking
Rod.
kill you and you'll die.
Little Shop of Horrors is very good.
I've never seen the musical. I've only seen the original Corman movie.
Boom. I knew the white guy in the coat because he was in the X-Files.
Oh.
Of course.
I knew it.
It's always X-Files or Star Trek. Any Star Trek actors in this?
Yes.
I don't. Oh, Warwick Davis.
Oh, yeah, Coolio. Oh. Imagine.
Not just Warwick Davis. Postmaster P was an Enterprise.
Oh, no,
What?
don't bring Enterprise into this sacred fucking home, man.
A.T. Montgomery was in that?
Yep.
You gotta bring Star Trek Enterprise into this fucking hollowed hall. I'm gonna fucking get
I don't know
you.
anything about that thing.
Enterprise is a weird one.
Oh, you know what? Way cooler. He was the first mover in Daniel Jackson's apartment in Stargate SG-1. Way cooler. And it was like right before he was in Leprechaun. Oh, he was an ensign. Oh, he was a full ensign in Star Trek Enterprise.
Yeah.
For 98 episodes.
He was a main boy.
What is happening?
I don't know. I don't understand this. Leprechaun attacks the hood.
No, the green gets mean. What the fuck?
Oh,
Okay.
the green gets
The green gets mean.
mean.
What? All right, let me ask you, each of you,
Yes.
a
Yes.
Brendan question
Yes.
that is related to this
Oh.
movie. What do you think the flute specifically fucking does?
That's
what
a
does it
good
do?
question.
It
Explain
entrances-
to
I mean,
me.
I think
Explain
it just,
to
I
me
think it
what
literally
it does.
I think it literally just entrances people.
No.
What do you mean no?
It seems to just like turn off their brain for a little bit,
No.
but they also are drawn to it, kind of like might be like a Pied Piper kind of thing.
So it enchants them to the will of the one who plays. You see, whatever is desired by the one who wields the flute is anyone who within earshot simply goes with it. It gives them complete control.
I mean, that would make more sense because I was just going to say, like in the church, they talk about hoes and weed and Mary Jane, and then everybody's like, all the churchgoers are like, my, this is
they don't like
salty
but then
language.
he play that flute, and everyone is like, you know what? Speak your shit.
He doesn't play it for long enough for the entire random song that happens in the middle. This is a musical.
No, it's
Yes,
fucking
it's a rap
It is
musical.
not. It is not.
It's a rap musical.
No,
No,
it's
no, no,
not.
no, 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 no,
There
no.
are no
Musical-
songs about what's happening. There are just songs in it.
I know.
There are
I know.
songs in this. They're not like fucking rapping while the leprechaun is Scooby-Doo chasing them from hallway to hallway to hallway.
Although that would have made this movie better.
That would have been
Infinitely more amazing.
I would have loved if people were rapping while they're like doing little chase scenes.
The leprechaun is after me. A tiny little creature defies gravity.
Yeah, I want to
I
be like
mean-
a Will Smith, like
Yeah,
DJ, like,
100%.
Fresh Prince rap too.
Tiny little guy defies gravity.
tiny little guy defies gravity.
He's up there, right on the
I want
roof.
DJ Jazzy Jeff to be doing the soundtrack.
Oh my god, that would probably be way better than what we got because it's not so great.
Lep in the Hood, up to do no good. No, Lep in the Hood, come to
Lep
do
in
no
the
good.
Hood, come to do no good.
But they saved that for the end. Like they know what you wanted. Like, of course. Here's him
Yeah.
rapping.
I mean, he fucking rhymes throughout the entire movie. Like,
well, that's his thing.
He rhymes
that's
in
his
every
thing.
movie.
I know, but that's what I'm. It's like, but like, if ever there was a time, it would be here. And they wait until the fucking credits to give it to you.
Do you think that's how this idea came about? Someone said, like, he rhymes a lot. It's kind of like rap music.
That's so stupid.
That might have happened though. Like, hey, it's kind of like rap. Can we have him in the hood?
I like to think that Ice-T was the one that was like, I love that little green man. Let's have him in the
produced
hood.
the movie.
He produced the movie.
Thinking about a little evil green man who rhymes sometimes and be like, it's kind of like rap.
Yeah.
It's such a fucking stupid
That's
concept.
such a studio thing to think. Like, rhyming.
I mean, there's literally a scene. That's a scene, though. That's a scene where he's rhyming at somebody and then he pushes him on a boombox and the
Quote.
boombox starts rapping.
I have a quote from Warwick Davis about the rapping.
Oh,
shit.
I think this is Warwick Davis. I think the most terrifying thing I've ever had to do was to perform the leprechaun rap. I had no idea what I was doing, and I had to ask for help for some of my co-stars even. I just remember they handed me the lyrics and told me to just do my thing, and I just panicked. I think I pulled it off okay. Fans still ask me to this day to perform the rap, but I don't remember it. He doesn't remember the leprechaun rap.
People, it's even worse that people are like, do the rap,
Do the song.
do the rap.
There are literally set photos from the 2000s of somebody teaching Warwick Davis how to do a bong.
Stop.
For
Show me.
Leprechaun 2.
No
I'm
fucking
posting
way.
it. It's Leprechaun 2. I'll post it in Pondering.
He smokes weed and...
In Leprechaun 2 in the Hood, he smokes weed from a bomb. There are set
no,
photos.
I've seen
Oh
that.
my
I've
God.
seen that
These
picture
are
so many
amazing.
times.
God.
I didn't know that they taught him how to
They had to
smoke weed.
teach him how to use a bong. What a sweet man.
I did not know he was chill
Well,
like
he-
that.
He isn't really because he didn't
No,
know.
I mean, like, look at
When
that
he's
fit. Look at the
bending-
fit that
dude,
he's got,
when
though.
When he's bending down looking at him, that's... Look at this.
Incredible. He's examining
Billy, we
the
can't
bong.
just keep sharing images in here. It's an
Exactly.
audio
No, this is
only
gonna be the background for
podcast.
the video.
No,
Just
no,
have-
it's gonna
have
be
it
in the
be
video
this.
version. It's gonna
Okay,
be in the
all right.
video version.
All right.
If you want to see Warwick Davis pondering the bong,
The way he's hunched over and like his fit. This is an incredible image.
Oh my
So is he
god.
like?
Die.
So this is a study, right? It's him learning how to perform.
studying the ways of the bong. I
Versus
didn't even remember that. That's wild.
versus other horror movies like that are also like B movies. I think Leprechaun is one of the ones that stands at the very top in terms of like schlock, at least up to In the Hood 1. I really, for me at least, and I'm talking like 90s slop.
I don't know about that.
Well, because it takes itself a little seriously still. It has silly parts, but it's not pure cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
makes
the
it
leprechaun
interesting.
kills people still. He rips people
Yeah, I mean,
apart.
one of the main character dies. Like that's
Two of them die.
Two of them
Both
die.
of them,
Two-
technically,
both of
all
them,
three of them
actually.
die.
There's a weird
Well,
heart-to-heart
there's-
scene about their dead friend, which you could put in another movie, like say 8 Mile.
Fuck you.
Mandy. That's white people rap.
I guess that's
How
true.
dare you? Eminem
How
was the
dare
first white
you.
boy to do it.
Eminem is dad rap. I'm sorry.
Is it dad or uncle?
It is. Well, actually, fun fact. The first man my mother married, my first ex-stepfather, fucking
Was Eminem.
loved this movie. No, he
Oh.
loved Leprechaun in the Hood.
They're gonna say loved Eminem.
You were so defensive, like, no! It was not Marshall Matters!
Like, okay,
He doesn't
my
matter.
mom, when I was a kid, my mom would often say, John Cena is my baby daddy. Eminem's going to be my baby daddy.
Oh boy.
So, like, just a little bit of a lore post there. Eminem could be my dad. Who knows?
who can say?
Does he farm?
Does Marshall Mathers farm?
How does Marshall Mathers feel about pipe bombs? I need to ask him.
That's a good point. That's a good question.
Message him.
I need to DM him on Twitter.
He probably has a rap where he's like, I love pipe bombs.
First, I'll hit
That's
you
exactly
with the
what it
pipe
sounds
bomb.
like.
Then the
love
leprechaun
pipe
will hit
bombs.
you with the lep bong.
I sound more like Parappa the Rapper
You
than
do.
fucking
You
Eminem.
Yeah, I just really respect I respect how hard they committed to the seriousness of the beats they wanted to hit.
Yeah.
While also not compromising on making some of the dumbest movie I've ever actually seen in my life. No hyperbole. They really want to have it both ways, and it's so unique.
They
It's-
want to have their cake and eat it.
and it works in a very very specific kind of way. It really worked
It's
for
so
me.
strange.
But why did the leprechaun have so many bitches?
He got that leprechaun pool.
Because he was greening them. He talks about that in
greening
his
them,
rap,
yeah.
remember? He was using his green ability on them.
But how did
Yeah.
he green? We never saw the initial greening. We just saw them like gathered
Hey, it's
around
a
him.
little bit of green lightning. No, he green lightnings them.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he did green lightning that other lady.
Mhm.
later
Yeah,
on.
Yeah.
he summons green women in order to escape the metal
Summons the
cube.
green women.
The leprechaun does, in fact, summon the green women to get him out of the safe.
Right, we had his rap where he's like getting lucky and I don't need charms or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
This is the most everything we're saying. Like he needs the green. He needs the green. What a fucking bunch of it.
I know. Are we talking about
psychopaths.
Leprechaun or are we talking about the Swamp Thing TV series? Am I right?
True.
Because in Swamp Thing, the green is what the power is called in Swamp.
No,
It utilizes the green.
That makes sense. Actually, I think.
Let's go through the Looney Tunes scenes, Brendan.
What's the very first? It's got to be the opening, and like, is that supposed to be like a bootlegger's tunnel?
Well, when he pulls the bat out of his afro, that's pretty much the.
That's Looney Tunes. That's the one.
That's like the number one Looney Tunes scene, and I immediately was thinking about like the Christian warriors who'd come to school with the tiny baseball bats and they'd snap them. And I don't know if anybody else had that where they would have the tiny baseball bats and they'd snap them and then sell the tiny baseball bats.
You did not say Christian. You said Christian bodybuilders to me, so I pictured something very.
They
different.
were called Christian warriors.
I'm so lost.
They were called like the warriors.
They're like bodybuilders, and then they do gymnastics.
They didn't do gymnastics at my school. They came to my school. They broke tiny
Ah.
baseball bats and told us how we could be warriors of God.
Actually, we had a white rapper show up and he told us to sell like candy bars or something for some
Yeah, see,
fundraiser.
now that's the shit I know about.
I have seen that specific trope so often where it's like in a movie where it's like the Christian bodybuilders are here and then they do some weird shit. I watched a really terrible fucking adaptation of a really good book recently on Amazon called My Best Friend's Exorcism, and they have one of the main characters is from one of those like bodybuilder Christian groups.
Yeah, that tiny bat. I don't know like why that sticks into my head, but it's just thinking about Christian bodybuilders whenever I see it.
I'm always thinking about tiny bats.
I'm thinking about tiny bats and Christian bodybuilders. What would you classify the second Looney Tunes scene? Because I feel like it treads
when
water
they're
for
when
a
they're
while.
all hiding and they're like and they're sitting in a row. Like they're like
That's far
high-fiving
in the
each other.
movie, though.
And then he gets the leprechaun next to him, and then they all look away and scream. That's straight out of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, but that's
There's
way
got to be a
far.
Looney Tunes moment in between the opening and the line of boys with the leprechaun at the end, though, is the thing. Like, I'm trying to rack my brain. There has to be, I feel like there is a Looney Tunes presence
Is
there.
there some Looney Tunes shit that happens at Miss Fontaine's house?
There is where Ice-T forgets that he lost his finger to the leprechaun and tries to shoot the gun, and he's like,
right.
ah!
Ouch!
And so they leave their party to instead go into hiding with a much smaller party.
Oh, yeah, they have a party with the flute powers, the power of the flute. And then they're like, oh, fuck, it's iced tea. And then the leprechaun, let's go have a smaller party.
Let's go have a smaller party where we rap.
Yeah, they used a flute for that one too.
But it was a smaller venue. It was like an alley.
Yeah.
It was remarkably similar to that alley in Chicago.
It was.
Including a man up on the balcony going, shut the fuck up.
Do you think that they wrote the flute into the script because they knew that they might not be able to get people who could rap very well, and so
No, because they had them rap anyways later.
No. I
that's
think,
true. Okay.
Also, how dare you?
I'm gonna be real. The audio mixing on the flute is so wild that like I barely heard it. I thought it was supposed to be like a dog whistle for a second. I thought it was silent.
It was really fucking quiet. I don't know if it's maybe like because we were listening to it while we were talking.
No, it's a really low.
The sound was quiet.
Where would you rank the leprechaun magic flute? Where would you rank the leprechaun magic flute throughout all the famous
power
flutes?
scaling?
Bad.
Power scaling flutes.
Like there's the Pied Piper's flute.
Yeah.
And then there are other flutes in media.
Leprechaun flute definitely beats out the Pied Piper.
Yeah, you don't even need to play notes on it. You just blow into it and it works.
True.
Yeah.
What's that
Like,
flute
think about
that
it.
summons Lugia in the Pokemon
Oh, there was,
movie?
yep, the Pokey flute. Yep.
Is
And then there's
Lugia
Squidward's
stronger than
clarinet.
rap? Who's stronger, Ice-T? Who's stronger, Ice-T or Lugia?
Is Ice-T stronger than that guy who flies around in like the sky thing throwing cages at birds?
Oh, true.
So I feel like Ice-T could kick his ass.
Anybody who has never seen fucking Pokemon is so fucking confused right now.
There's a guy who flies around a castle and he goes, I need to capture birds. And he fires bird cages at
He
them.
does. There is a bird
Yes.
capture.
And then he goes, finally, Lugia, the biggest bird of all. And I have the biggest cage for this one. And it doesn't work out.
Did you guys cry when you saw that movie?
No, why? Why is there...
The Pokemon movie?
Pokemon 2000?
What
Yeah.
scene is there to cry at?
Pikachu die.
No, it was, no,
That's the
that's the
first
first
movie.
one. That's Pokemon. Lugia's
I
in
thought that's what
Pokemon
I
2000.
No, he said to...
Oh.
No, that's where he turns to stone.
Oh, I'm going to be honest. I thought they were the same movie.
Nope.
No.
And then
No.
there's also Pikachu I Choose You from 2017 where Pikachu talks to Ash.
Oh, we watched
everyone
that.
hates that.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's because I love you.
Everyone hated it.
It's so bad.
Oh, remember that movie that's like it's like Pokemon Gooby where Entei becomes that girl's dad?
Oh, yep, that's the third one.
What?
Yeah, Entei goes, I
Oh,
like being your dad. And Entei
Like
just becomes
being
her
your
dad.
What?
And he's just a dog. No, you've never seen that one?
I've never seen any Pokemon movie.
Damn, you must be so lost right now.
Yes, I'm incredibly lost, Billy. Thank you for picking up on that. I have nothing to add to any of this.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, there's nothing else to it than there's a Pokemon that looks like a dog that becomes a dad.
That's fucking awesome.
It kidnaps a child in a giant crystal palace and says, I'm your dad now.
Cool.
Well, let's say what's better are the Pokemon movies better or is the Digimon movie better? I think Pokemon movie, but only because the Digimon movie has Angela Anaconda.
We are so far from Leprechaun right now.
What
Holy
the fuck
shit.
else do you say about Leprechaun?
How do you think the Leprechaun could handle Angela Anaconda? Do you think he could fight her?
Fuck you.
Like if they put Angela
Power
Anaconda,
scaling and
power scaling Angela Anaconda versus Warwick Davis Leprechaun, who wins?
Leprechaun.
Real question. You have to fucking answer or I'll kill you.
She's just a little girl.
Answer my question. My riddle's 3.
I
Who
just
wins?
said she's just Warwick Davis as
Good.
Leprechaun.
Julian,
She
who would
doesn't
win?
have
Leprechaun
power.
or Angela
She's just a
Anaconda?
little girl.
I don't even know who Anaconda
Good.
fucking
Mandy,
is.
who would win? Angela Anaconda or the Leprechaun?
Okay. Is it a fight or is it they have a pre-roll in a different movie?
Finally, it's any fight of your choice.
You have to think of a scenario in which Angela might actually come out on top.
For context, Julian, Angela Anaconda was a very strange animated show from, was it Canadian?
Canadian.
Yeah, it was basically
was
like
this the
it was a
fucking
smallpox
cutout one
blanket
with
show
the-
from
Yeah,
Canada.
it is the cutout one.
The
Yes.
cutout one with like the real human
I'd like
faces.
to
and shit.
I'd like to apologize because
Yes,
I'm pretty
okay.
sure it might be French Canadian. I need to apologize right now.
It was the equivalent of a smallpox blanket for the airwaves. But anyways, before the Digimon movie, they played this long Angela Anaconda short. It was like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
To the point that if you buy the Digimon movie, it's included, like, it is the beginning of the movie. It's not like a separate pre-roll.
It is
What?
Yeah, no,
It is
is
part of the
literally
movie.
the beginning of the
What?
movie.
Because the Digimon movie is really weird, it's
didn't
2
believe in it.
OVAs. No, it's not a movie. It's 2 OVAs stitched together. It's not actually a real movie. In Japan, there were 2 Digimon OVAs, so they stitched them together and added on the Angela Anaconda bit to try to pad the runtime because it's literally not a movie.
Yeah, because they had
Yep.
to hit 90 minutes.
Yep. And so children went to see it and were like, let's go see Digimon. They see Angela Anaconda and they got fucking confused.
That's fucking awesome.
There's a famous post about it, about the guy
who his parents got divorced because of it.
His parents got divorced because of it, yeah.
What?
It was basically they thought they took him to the wrong movie and he started crying. And so his parents started fighting more on the way out and then they got divorced shortly afterwards.
Wow.
And it was like that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm surprised you've never heard about this. I thought it was
wow.
like it was like internet lore.
Everyone has blind spots, I guess.
Especially if you're Ice-T and you're fighting the Leprechaun.
What was the thing called Agumon?
What
Warwick Davis like ripped out of his chest in one scene.
And she was Anaconda-mon.
It was Anaconda-mon, yeah.
That sucks.
Green is
I
mean.
only just realized that those pep rallies where they have you sell chocolate bars and you get like a really shitty toy. It was just Amway, but even worse because it was kids.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. It's MLM for kids.
Yeah, I actually did. I only came to that realization like a week ago.
You sell like $4,000 worth of chocolate bars and you get
mood
a
shoes.
CD player.
Yeah,
Fucking Price Master deciding all the gifts you get for that shit.
6,000 candy bars.
A free CD player.
they just have like the glass rectangle. And they put a kid in there and they put
Oh, the money
fake
grabbing.
in.
Yeah, the money
Yeah.
tornado.
Yeah, the money. Yeah.
never had a money
We didn't even have real
tornado.
money. They just put fake dollars in there, and they were just like, "Imagine how cool this would be if you made this, but for real."
You can't pick it up off the
that's
ground.
messed
It's not
up.
allowed.
Yeah, you can't
Mine
take
wa-
it. You
my-
can't
did
take
you
any of
did
it.
y'all have cookie dough for that?
Well, we had that in middle school. We sold
we
cookie
I remember
dough.
I remember the cookie dough one because my mom literally grabbed the sheet. She bought 10 things of cookie dough and just kept them in the fridge and would eat it with a spoon.
You could eat that frozen or refrigerated. It's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I miss that.
Yeah, no, we got like a whole magazine, like a whole ass catalog.
They still make that. It's Otis Spunkmeyer. You could still buy those cookie dough crates that they would use for
Oh, you can't
fundraising.
tell this to me.
They sell them on Amazon.
The next Pondering, I'm gonna be the
Oh,
whale.
you're gonna be so big and round, full of fucking cookie dough. My school was lame as shit because we did chocolate until something happened where they were like, "No, we can't sell chocolate anymore. It's not healthy." So we started selling soap instead.
Oh, fuck.
Very lame, not as tasty.
See, you can eat soap. That's not really as bad.
No, it wasn't as tasty though.
You can buy those crates of cookie
Oh,
dough.
$115
Holy
though.
shit!
That's a lot of
because
spunk.
it's fucking 300.
Yeah, because they're selling the
320.
They're selling 320.
Oh, Jesus.
It's the fundraiser amount, so you buy them in bulk. So it's like, how many were those actually sold as, like back in the day?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they made some fucking bank off that.
Hey, but I got a cool CD player, so who really wins?
Selling cookie dough, you go like, oh, pre-order cookie dough, and we'll come back in like 3 months, and you'll get your cookie dough.
But that's so weird because I thought for me we did that to fundraise for like supplies.
We did that for band, for like, to fundraise band trips and stuff like that.
We did it and they wouldn't tell us what it was for.
Right, same here. They didn't tell us what they were actually fundraising. It was just like, oh, we need money for school.
In my head, it was like probably because schools are underfunded. So in my head, it's like, oh
yeah, no. In your child head, when you're getting shown the pep rally, you're like,
Whoa.
my school could do with some extra funding. Perchance this is a good cause after all.
perchance.
I got scammed in 3 years of middle school band because the big thing was they'd have like competitions.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, if you stay until 8th grade, the band always takes a trip down to Universal Studios in Florida.
Wow, they lied.
If you help contribute to it. And it was always, you'll come to Universal Studios. Say in 8th grade, you'll come to Universal Studios. And then the 8th grade came and I was so excited. And they said, actually this year, we got invited to perform in a park in Washington, D.C. So we'll be going to Washington instead.
Oh, that's so fucking lame.
Visit the Mall of America. We visited the Arlington Cemetery. We visited many monuments.
Cemetery.
Yeah. We got to watch the changing of the guard.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And one of my
rough.
friends was there, and I guess going back to Lep in the Hood, he started looking around. He's getting really fucking nervous during the changing of the guard.
How the fuck are you gonna?
He was like breathing really heavily, and I was like, "Dude, what's wrong?" And he goes, "I haven't seen any other black people in a while." No, he's like, "Why there's so many white people here? I'm getting really nervous." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I didn't notice that."
Oh my god.
And then luckily another class came from a different school, and they were all black, and he's like, "Oh yeah, thank God. Okay."
That's insanely weird.
He was a good friend.
Wow. Yeah, he sounds. Cool.
He was extremely cool. He actually, he fucked us up for our state competition because one of the things we did was they'd give us like, okay, we're going to give you sheet music for the first time. So like, we'll judge you on how well you can play a song as like a group for the first time ever.
Yeah.
And it was this really, really horn heavy overture. For reference, we both played trombone. And it was like this part when like dun 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 dun. And it was like super bombastic. And then he fucking Hitler saluted in the middle of it.
And then the leprechaun was there with the fucking flute.
Yeah, basically. But I just remember looking over and he just shoved his hand up and the entire brass section started fucking cracking up.
Oh my
And
god.
we lost 2 points for a perfect score because of it.
You lost
fucked
2
up.
points because of Hitler. That's crazy.
Can't say anything in modern woke America.
Yeah. But dude, why'd you do that? He's like, you heard that shit? It was like Nazi music.
Oh god.
Kids are fucking hilarious, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, more kids should do the Nazi salute, actually.
No. No, Julian, they shouldn't.
They
I
should
don't
go to the
think-
hood to meet the Lep, who's up to
Yeah.
no good.
What is there to
Yeah.
say?
The priest had a gun.
Oh yeah, he had a
The
gun.
priest was horny.
He was horny, true.
There was a time where he called a.
We don't really know what was
the fuck-
happening there. To be fair, it's very ambiguous.
well,
All I know is the leprechaun called them a fruit in Limerick, which was interesting.
what was it? I'm not here for fruit. I'm here to. What was it?
I'm not here for
I'm here to
fruit,
find
I'm here
my
for the
flute.
flute.
Yeah, that was
All I
it.
need is to find mine flute.
Mine flute.
Thine flute.
Mine
Oh,
flute. Are you
Not
Julian.
Hitler
saying
now?
my Julian is so
Oh,
fucking
Julian.
That's olden speak,
There's some
right?
Hitler particles coming off mine flute.
Surely that sounds ye olden speak, right? Is like referring to thing as mine thing.
You know, it's crazy because after he was an artist, he tried to join band.
he
This is made up. I'm just saying shit.
Puff Daddy.
True.
What has P Diddy been up to? I haven't heard much about his career.
Oh no, Mandy!
Hang on
Mandy.
a second. Holy shit, guys. I just found out something terrible.
Somebody's been in a coma for 5 years.
Oh my
God! I
God.
sure hope P Diddy is okay.
See, this is exactly what fucking Postmaster P was talking about. We need more positivity in the
Not
music
enough
industry.
positivity.
no positivity in rap.
Amen.
Amen.
Except he kind of learned better by the end. Actually, being evil is fucking awesome.
Well, he
And
was
you get green
controlled
eyes.
by he was greened at that
He was
point.
No,
he
but
was
even before he
green.
was greened, he just kind of
He
thought that.
was tempted by the green.
No,
Yeah,
because
I
at the
don't
beginning
know.
at the beginning of the movie he was like, I don't want to talk about hoes, and then he
Yeah,
sings
but then,
a
then
Yeah.
he uses the flute in order to let the good Christians listen
Yeah.
to him talking about hoes and Mary Jane and such.
Well, yeah, he was like, I
Yeah.
love respecting women, and Ice-T's like, no, make your song about smacking your bitch.
I really thought that it was like through being a good-hearted Samaritan, he would persevere and come out on top. And instead, we experienced a corruption arc, and that was I really wasn't expecting
That could be art.
What do you mean?
Oh shit! Wait, is this movie?
Is it a metaphor for the hood, or just how institutions eat up people and corrupt them?
Wait,
Because
You know
as he
what?
got more
Sure.
success, he lost his values.
which brings us to this: is this movie art or cool?
You could have just said that, and instead you posed this as a simple question: is that art? And I don't know. I'm gonna be thinking about that for a while.
What is this movie art or cool?
Fuck, it's cool. It's very cool. It's cool as fuck, actually.
Yeah, it is cool.
It's cool.
It's cool.
It's definitely cool.
I like to think that it's a movie that tried so fucking hard to be art.
No.
I think it did.
This
It did
movie
not
knew
try to be art. What?
This is a movie with 2 separate pawn shop owners as characters so that they can die.
What
We
was
didn't
that?
even
What was
talk
that one
about
pawn
Miss-
shop owner's name, Brendan? I can't remember.
Stop. No, I
I actually can't
Neither
remember
can
his original name.
Ciao.
Chow. Right.
he got jarred. They jarred him. Leprechaun jarred him.
He should have been able to dance in the video, though. Like, he was one of the few people who could dance in the movie.
Yeah, no, he was busting that shit down.
He was throwing it back nasty style.
Yeah, he was just fucking. He was eating that shit.
He was literally saying, "Chow fucks, chow fucks."
Yeah, that one of the best lines in the movie was, "Wow, Chow, you sure can fuck."
No way. You're not sure they would say that.
Damn, Chow, you're fucking.
He said Chow can get nasty or something like that.
Subtitle honestly should have been Leprechaun Chow in the Hood.
Oh, the subtitles. We should discuss
subtitles.
Oh God!
Oh man, from the National Subtitle Association or something.
Apparently,
the song lyrics were very incorrect. Like, these aren't even the words they're saying. But then there's the big problem with the subtitles.
They were very proper with their typing of any given word. No slang to be found here. No apostrophes. No shortening of any words.
when a character would say the N-word, not a single character says it with the hard R, but those subtitles.
If you're deaf, then they all say it with the hard R.
The subtitles really would beg to differ with you on that. It's called proper enunciation.
Lep in the Hood is very different if you're hard of hearing.
It is
wow.
Extremely different movie if you're hard of hearing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Huh.
He said what?
Guys, we need to make a fan subtitle of this. We need to right the wrongs.
Have like that? Do you think about the Warner Brothers disclaimer in the beginning of it? No.
It was a
different time. It was a different time. The subtitle, the people who subtitled this movie, they did it. It was a different time. It was part of the lyrics of the song.
They could go and fix it, but instead they make an entire video of somebody in front of a screen saying it was a different time back then.
The Leprechaun is Irish, so he's not white, so he can say it.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
For the next episodes, if you want to vote on the next one, I was gonna actually ask, can we do Tubi Wheel?
On
what, like live?
Show?
What do you mean do Tubi Wheel?
How do you
not live, but do it for the next episode? I was gonna put Stay Alive. I was gonna put
Joe Cinema.
I was gonna put the Simpson Treehouse of Horror, like we said last time.
That seems like more of like an actual Halloween thing.
Here's the question is, how do you translate the experience of Tubi Wheel into something?
You record
listenable?
the Tubi
You record the Tubi wheeling
separately.
You record the spinning.
Yeah,
but like it's so visual.
Yeah, you record.
Yeah.
You have the vision. Record the spinning.
and you can record it.
We host a podcast. It's audio only.
the
With
video,
the video
version.
version.
And some people could watch the video version where the wheel spins.
Yeah.
Fucking whatever. I mean, maybe an abridged version or some whatever.
Or we could add audio descriptions and just not hire anyone from Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Maybe that would work as one of the choices. I'll think about it. I'll think about the how the fuck we could make it work.
Imagine having like a Patreon thing wherever they can add movies to Tubi Wheel.
Oh, a custom wheel.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, an audience Tubi Wheel.
Yeah.
People don't know what the Tubi Wheel
They
is.
might not pick enough sludge is the only problem.
Well, that's why they get to add to it.
Yeah.
They don't get to construct the whole thing. It's just like,
Tubi Wheel is a game conceived by my friend Dak that I've played multiple times in different servers. The rules are thus.
It's very
The
good.
wheel is law. Movies get added to the wheel. When you add a movie to the wheel, you are committed to the movie.
You're locked.
You're locked in. The wheel master, one person controls the wheel. They may choose how to add the movies, i.e., do you want everybody to pick like random ones? Do you want to do like number and a word and just like fucking go on Tubi and put a bunch of random stuff on there? Whatever. The wheel master is in control of bullets and bangers, but everybody has to participate if they want to watch. The wheel master does not get central control. They just have a little bit of sway on how things go. There is a rule, no documentaries, nothing under an hour.
Yeah.
When you roll the wheel, you don't just select the movie that won, you remove the movie, and then you move on to the next one as a movie battle royale.
It's elimination. It's elimination wheel. It's not having a big wheel and then the first thing that it picks, you pick. That's not how it works.
So you watch all the good ones you wanted to see vanish before your eyes.
It's a battle royale.
It is a battle royale. The last movie wins. Now, you can goof this a little bit if you like, if the movie seems really bad, but that's up to you. I like to fix to the law of the wheel. Final thing, while you are spinning the wheel, you must be playing Armored Core 4 Answers. Remember OST Extended, because it is hype and it works for the wheel.
It does. That's like the three choices I have in mind. I might add more. And that's all available on Patreon for anybody on the $5 and above tiers if you want to vote. If you want to request a movie, go in the comments, request a movie, or on our email that's in the description, and you can send that over there. I don't know, man. I thought we would talk about this movie more, but after watching it, there was nothing to it. Leprechaun in the Hood.
I enjoyed our talk.
No, but it was not.
I think it inspired some interesting conversations.
It was not as interesting as I thought it would be. This movie.
No, but it was food for thought. It was food for thought. I wouldn't have been thinking about Amway if it were not for this movie.
True. So this movie is a great icebreaker if you're on
genuinely,
if you're on a
actually
date.
pretty fucking good depending on who you're with. Either a really good or a really bad icebreaker.
Depends if you have captions on or not, really.
Howdy! This episode would not have been possible without the help from our patrons, such as Alan Diver, Art of Vaughan, Bland But Funny, Boopaloo, Brain Soup, Cassandra Crash, Chips, Chris Chapman, Christian Van Angen, Dog Named Bear, DX Studios, Echo Stalker, Eric Scott Gillies, Ethereal, Geef, Generic Phoenix, Guy Beam, Kawaii Boy Toy, Lambda Man, Leo the Geotech, Mr. Starchy, Mr. Shirt, Random Diamonds, Rat Supreme, Rocco the Raccoon, Ryan Rocket, Smeet Mono, Spherical May, The Frost Ace, Ulbert, Winnie Rab, Will9455, and Woodstock. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.